Hello and welcome back. Hey, if you're new here, thanks for checking out the channel. I hope you enjoy. So right now we are doing a coin wrap-up. We're going to take all the coins we got throughout the year of 2024. We're going to clean them, we're going to count them, and see how well we did. Well, here are the coins from 2024. As you can see, we have a lot of pennies. These are usually dug out of the dirt and they come out absolutely awful. So they're going to need a really good cleaning. Over here, we've got our nickels and our dimes. Most of them are pretty good, but you can see there's a pretty good number of grungy ones in there. We're going to wash them all together and see how they come out. Quarters as well. We've got some grungy ones, some nice ones, and the worst of the worst are the $1 and $2 coins. As you can see, we did really well. We've got a good number of them. So we've done fairly well cash-wise this year. But these are going to have to be separated. And the $1 coins are going to have to go by themselves. The $2 coins can go in with the nickels and the dimes. And the pennies go separately. This is really important, guys. If you're going to do this, wash your pennies separately. Otherwise, all your other coins will end up looking like copper. They'll get a film over top of them from clashing against the copper. And this is just spendables, guys. These are not collectible coins. These coins are only junk. These are modern clad, and their value is only their face value. Pennies, they're about a nickel a piece if somebody wants to buy them in bulk. And that's what we have. So, clarification on the pennies. The copper ones are worth about a nickel a piece. The modern clad ones, not so much. Our next step is to separate the loonies and the toonies and put all the silver together. And then we're going to do several steps in the rock tumbler, which is how I like to clean my junk coins. Whew, that's done. As you can see, we did really well. Obviously, the $1 coins outweigh the $2 coins significantly, but we did a lot of tot lots this year because of the playground, Canadian playground cleanup event. And look at all the $1 coins. They blend into the wood chips really well and get lost easily. So there you go. There's got to be, what, 150 bucks or more there. It's a good start. So let's take all these $1 coins and go wash them. And here we are with the rock tumbler. This is pretty straightforward. All I'm going to do is take the loonies, pour them in the bin, put a little bit of soap, and put some of these ceramic beads that I have for rock tumbling in with the coins to get a little extra agitation. You don't have to use these ceramic beads. You can use just about anything. You throw a few rocks in there. You can take some gravel from a fish tank. Whatever you like, toss them in with it with a little bit of soap. So, coins in. Dash of Dawn liquid dish soap, and again, there's no set amount. I don't use too much, just enough to get it washing. And I'm going to throw in the grit. And now all I've got to do is add some water. The water you want to cover just about, and that is perfect. Now we're going to throw the lid on. Bear with me, I'm doing this with one hand while filming. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm getting used to doing this for making all these videos. Putting the lid on. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. I was just bragging about how good I was at this, and then I throw that one at you. Throw the washer on top. Thread her down. Nice and firm. All right. On the rock tumbler. Plug her in. Before I plug her in, which is making noise so you can hear me, I'm going to run it for about a half an hour and check it. So here we go. And it's 1/2 hour later. Well, let's see how we did. To be quite honest, we're not expecting these to come out too shiny. We're just expecting them to come out clean. You'll see once we get this off. If I can get this off. Okay. Bear with me, guys. We're doing this with one hand. Come on. There we go. Once you get it started, it comes up fairly easily. But sometimes you just got to use a little bit of brute strength and ignorance to get it going. Ta-da! Alrighty, come on. Oh, that's not too bad at all. That's looking pretty clean. Let's get the water running. It usually comes out a little dirtier than that. That's where I have it. Need a sieve. Just pour it all in there. And let's take a look-see. One complaint I have about this sink is that the faucet is really close to the edge. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, they're looking a lot better than they did when they went in. All right, I'm going to use 2 hands to finish rinsing these off and bring you right back. And there we go. As you can see, they're not perfect, but they're certainly a lot cleaner and shinier than they were when they went in. Some of them are almost looking like new coins. That's the loonies done. We're going to go sort these out and get the clad. Well, I guess this is why we clean them. There was an American quarter in there. Check that out. Oh well, rather it be a Canadian dollar, but nevertheless, American quarter. Time for some clad. I think we might be able to get all of it in. We'll just have to see. You never want to fill your tumbler more than 2/3. Oh, I think that's going to be too much. I think that's going to be too much. Yeah, that's a bit too much. That's all right. I'll pour it back out. We'll take out some of the porcelain from the bottom and make it fit 3/4. All right, soap's in, water's in. We've reduced the level. It's a tidge on the high side, but it's going to be okay. We're just cleaning coins. And the clad is done. Let's break this one open. Most of this clad was pretty clean to start with. So this should be fairly clean now. We're hoping just to take the edges and stuff off of the clad that was not so nice. But you always want a full container. So this should work beautifully. I have high expectations here, guys. So, he says without opening it. Let's take a look. Again, not too bad. Fairly clean. Let's get the water running. And I'll just talk over the water. Hopefully you hear me well. We're going to throw these coins into the strainer. We'll probably have to do 2 batches. Because this, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. This is a lot for the strainer. All right, I'm going to get these rinsed out and bring you right back. This is the first batch rinsed out. You can see not everything came out perfectly. This is an old Canadian nickel. It's still pretty rotten looking, but it's clean. And that's the main thing. As for the rest of this, you can see, just look at the shine on some of these. You can see they've come out really nice, almost brand spanking new. This is why we do it. Get some nice clean coins so we can roll these up, bring them to the bank, and not feel embarrassed. And there we go. That is a lot of coins, cleaned and separated. Now all I gotta do is the pennies. They're the filthy ones, so let's see how they turn out. And there we go. Let's check the pennies. See if we can get this open easily this time while filming. I want to show you guys that we're not mucking about here. You know, we're actually showing you the reality of what things are like. And hopefully this is going to come up nice and easy. And it looks like it's going to. Yes. And I expect this to be a little dirtier. Oh yeah, definitely a little more brown than the other ones. Let's get the water running. Get the sieve in the sink. And let's pour out these filthy pennies. Now this is going to take a lot of the dirt off of these pennies. Won't make them shiny new. Nothing will make these pennies shiny new. But at least we will get them nice and clean. And a lot of these we probably will need to recheck the dates on, because a lot of these were so bad before cleaning. Oops, there you go. Sorry guys. That you couldn't actually see what they were. All right, we're going to finish rinsing these off and separated and show them to you. And there we go. Everything is cleaned, washed, and separated. Pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, loonies, and toonies. As you can see, we have the fewest number of toonies, but they're worth the most, so they're going to add up really well anyways. Pennies I'm going to do at the end and separate some of the older coins out to see what some of the older dates are. But as far as the rest of it, this is all modern clad. There's not going to be anything older than 1968, and it's not going to be valuable. It's just worth its face value, so we'll roll those up. So here comes the final count. I almost forgot to count the US change. There's a little bit more, so we'll have to add that on to the end. There we go, all wrapped up. We did really well this year, guys. Pennies. Check this out. First off, all of these are American pennies, which were hidden in amongst the Canadians. I didn't even realize they were American at the time. They were so filthy, but cleaned up, there they are. Check it out, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 early Liz's, 1953 to 1965. Very cool. Oldest penny in the lot is right here. Check this one out, 1945 Canadian penny. Again, a lot of you guys might be laughing if you're out on the West Coast and stuff, because that's not very old if you're out on the, if you're out on the East Coast. But here on the West Coast in Canada, that's a fairly good coin. And again, this is just the clad and the spendables. Nickels, 2, 4, 6, 8 rolls of nickels and a big pile left over. I think I'm 3 nickels shy of the next roll. Dimes, 5 rolls of dimes. They worked out perfectly. Nothing left over. 4 rolls of quarters with a couple left over. 6 rolls of loonies with 1 left over. And I kept the shiniest one for my pocket. And the toonies, I've got 1 roll and 24. Just 1 toonie short of another roll. So, what is the total for the year in clad coins? Not a bad little haul for the year, eh? It sure helps pay for the hobby. Well, guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video tonight. Hey, if we've entertained you, give us a thumbs up. Even subscribe. It's always free. Until the next one, stay safe, and we will see you then.